Man, we back. It's been a minute since we tapped in, but we back at y'all neck, man. What's happening, cousin? B-Day
What is,
weekend. I got all kind of shit was popping off, man. I done been entertained all weekend. What's happening with
ain't nothing, man. Just cooling out, man. Like I've been saying, my new catchphrase is, if they don't give us no content, we ain't got nothing to talk about.
you? Hey, facts. Y'all know how we is on this, man. We don't make or break. We just give our opinion on whatever circulating out there, man. We ain't trying to create no content for you. We just talk about what we see.
Yes, sir.
But look,
How you
man, right now,
happy belated birthday? You know when this
look,
came out, your birthday had been passed by about 3-4 days. So shit,
yeah.
happy birthday to my brethren. And man, how was it for you, man?
Man, it was lovely, man. Like I say, man, they got, when my B-Day roll around, football season cranking back up, then we had the mega fight with Bud, then we got, man, all kind of shit popping out. But I enjoyed my B-Day, man. Shout out my wife, man. Always making sure I feel some love for 9/11, bro, because it be a lot of down, people down and out around 9/11 after the tragedy, so it's always bittersweet to celebrate. But when my mama was living, she would always say, hey, man, don't dim your life for nobody on 9/11. Now, you were my first child, so that day, that will always be my favorite day, no matter what happened, what transpired, even though I do show respect to all the victims that, died in that tragedy, but that's still, hey, my B-Day. So salute to all the other people born on 9/11, man. I know it's hard to celebrate, but we out here.
Yes, sir. Listen, man, in real life, somebody died on all of our birthdays. You just got a monumental
Yeah.
birthday, but somebody died on
Yeah.
all our birthdays, so that don't take away from the fact that was our born day. So
Good breakdown, cousin. Good breakdown.
around the sun.
Yes, sir. See another calendar. That's all it's about. But check this out, man. Like I said, we got a lot of stuff to get into, man. I'm going to let you jump start it today, man. Where you want to start at? Because there's a lot of stuff that didn't happen we can get into. Just to give them a little softball, what you want to start off with, man?
We can start off with the fight, man.
Good place to start.
You on tonight.
Matter of fact, I'm glad you starting with that because I know the type of man you is. You a stand-up guy. You wrong, you admit it. Do you want to apologize to Bud?
For what?
Now, I can recall, we got clip too. You know me and you shoot a lot of shit. I can recall, look, hold on. I can recall when you said you ain't really respect what he did to Earl and, Earl should get another shot. Earl ain't fucking with Bud.
Yeah.
But I'm going to let you tell me how you feel. Earl ain't fucking with, but now that I seen what I seen last night, Earl ain't fucking with Bud, Jug.
Terrence Bud Crawford, I still feel like you a hoe ass nigga for not giving Earl his run back. But I ran with you last night because I'm not going with the other side.
Yeah.
And he outboxed him, outclassed him, out everything. And now, here's what I will say. Watching that fight last night let me know. Bud ain't had nothing for Earl, no way. But good business is good business, and you got to be real 7 days a week in all 50 states. We can't pick and choose when we want to be real. Earl ain't had to give him that opportunity. I think just on the strength of that, especially considering you so much better than him, you really should have gave him that rematch just to run through him right quick. You could have made that your fight before homie. So I still feel like Bud a whole ass nigga, but I also can acknowledge that him and Tank, the two greatest boxers walking this planet right now.
Okay, that's what I wanted to get at. That's what I want. Where we gonna rank him at now? That's what I wanted to get at. So you got him.
That's why I asked what you want me to apologize, because I didn't know. I don't remember me saying Canelo gonna beat him, so I can't apologize for that. But he's a whole ass nigga. That don't change it. See, that's the thing. That's how rats get reingratiated back into the streets, because they'll get some money and then we forget about. No, he's still that.
Yeah.
But I gotta applaud it for being the greatest boxer walking this planet right now.
Man, look, shout out Bud, man. You got in there again, show clear dominance over what I thought would be a much closer fight, but seeing it live, man, he dominated that fight, bro. I mean, like, it was never nothing in question. Canelo got off a few shots. Canelo's still a legend, so shout out Canelo, because he didn't even have to give Bud that fight to let him unify all the belts like that. But, man, Bud wanted them, dog.
Once again, if Canelo requests a rematch and Bud don't do it, I'm going to call him a sucker. Because homie didn't have to give you that opportunity to be 3 times unified. So, man, you just got to salute the ones who create the opportunities for you. Don't get the big head and get the, I've dogged him out so bad it ain't worth my time. It's always worth your time.
Thanks. Look, now you kind of, since you went there with the rats, you kind of brought up something, talking about Bud that we gonna transition right in there because there's been a lot of YSL, man, a lot of shit going on with Thug. How, you know, somebody trying to railroad that, man. But walk that down for me, man. Like, get me up to the phone calls. Like, what's up with that situation now? Where we at?
Man, where we at really? Thug's personal life in shambles and Thug's career is in shambles. Well, but based off the song I heard he released after the calls, his career could shake back because he made some. That's the music that the fans been wanting. His fans. You know what I'm saying? I read the comments. I've been looking at the reaction videos. So the music, if the music gonna sound like that, he'll be back in their good graces in no time. But somebody trying to ruin homie, man. Because
but with the type of shit that was leaked though, Judge, do you feel like people like his peers gonna respect that? Because some of the shit you leak, man, like you say, somebody trying to take home out, man. That's crazy.
I mean, I'm sure some of the peers gonna hear it, get mad for a couple of days, and gonna get over it, and as they should. But if some of them been looking for a reason to say fuck you, and those are the ones that's gonna hold you to the fire. Like we all don't talk about, and I don't mean negatively. See, when I say talk about, like we all don't get on the phone and talk to someone about someone else we love. You know what I'm saying?
Good point.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. If we having a problem, I'm throwing names out there hypothetically. If Foster got a problem with DM difference maker and he want to talk to somebody, he gonna call Eric and talk about it, or he gonna call you.
Good point.
And if those conversations come out, somebody can feel like, man, them some whole ass niggas. No, we just having a conversation about something that we're gonna bring to you. Because a lot of this stuff he said to those people. And I think if it was lying, them niggas would have been on Twitter and Instagram saying, you ain't never talked to me like that. You ain't never talked to me about none of that.
Yeah.
But we hadn't heard one rebuttal. So I think he did have some of those conversations with those gentlemen. But I just think that's classless, man. You know, to the dude that's releasing them setting ass and Whack 100 want to take the credit. I think that's classless. That's some sucker stuff. And somebody should leak their call just to see how much chatty patties they are. Because first of all, that man was in jail. So you ain't got nothing to do but talk.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? That don't excuse a lot of the things he said, because I ain't never sat in jail. It'd be the other way. I done been in prison twice. When I call home, it's the other way around. I'm getting the information from the world. They telling me what's going on. I'm not calling out there, you know, spreading gossip that I done heard in here, because the jail do get information first. That's just not how I carried it. So I wouldn't have did what Thug did, but I can't say, you know, I ain't never did 3 years in Casaltech. That have on that they can just, man, you find out it play with your soul.
Junior, look, man, I tell you this every time. If I ever need a lawyer, dog, I'm going to have you on speed. Well, I wasn't even thinking of that no type of way in the angle you just brought that up. You always bring a perspective that I be like, man, you know what? I ain't think about this shit. Even if I don't agree, I'll be like, God damn. So if I ever need you in front of jury 12, I need you. That's some crazy shit. But look, let me ask you this though, because I heard the other day they was kind of talking about it on a radio station out here. Shout out Lil D. It's a law in Georgia where anybody can request your private calls and jails conversation. You knew about that law? And is that law in any other state? You ever heard that?
That law is in every state. Those phone calls are not private. It states at the beginning of it that these calls are being recorded. Don't say anything to incriminate yourself. Don't make no three-way phone calls. So we just tend to, like we do with these, if your phone get an update right now, you ain't reading the community guidelines and you just accept the terms.
Yeah.
And you didn't read the fine print where it said we can do what we want with these calls. We own them. And so, yeah, you can pretty much call and get anybody called. Nobody just start to do it. Nobody really start to do this until, as of late, these trials and a lot of jail phone calls been coming out about other stuff.
Yeah.
But we've never thought for the public as a journalist to get it. But you can get body cam, phone calls, you know, probably can get visitation footage too.
Look, when I heard the law, I was like, damn. Because, you know, even like if you get jammed up, shit go to the paper and they say this is public records, but I never even thought past, you know, the paper, maybe something in the courtroom. I never thought you could get access because, I mean, for one, if you ain't no nosy nigga, you ain't even thinking that realm. So for somebody to go that route is what I tripped out on to be like, damn, what made you even think to say, man, I can go get this boy phone calls and shit? What you gonna say? How you can't dispute yourself? Just all you talking.
Yeah, real talk. It's just pure hate, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's pure hate there, dog. No matter how you feel about what he did, that's pure hate there, dog.
And to prove a point, you know what I'm saying? And again, I ain't taking up for Thug. I feel like Thug got in the interrogation room and talked for 159 minutes too long. No, 2 hours and 120 minutes. He talked for 119 minutes too long.
Yeah.
If you ask me. So I'm not paying this bond. I feel like he cooperated.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just by talking too much and mentioning names. I've never said another person's name to a police.
Yeah.
In real life.
Yeah.
Even if they ask who is that riding with you, go ask them. You get what I'm saying? Like for
Gotcha.
real. I've never said another person's name to the police. So you did too much in that. But I'm definitely not paying his bond. But these calls being released is too much, man.
But I like what you said though, how you broke it down earlier. Then we finna switch up off this. But how you say, because I ain't been to jail, but I've been to basic training. I be telling anybody that's the closest thing you can go to jail. You ain't got no connection with the outside world. Ain't no fun. And boy, just sitting up there the way you say, man, he killing time, just chopping it up. I wish I could have had a little burning in the basic, man, under my pillow, and I can just lay up at night and talk. That's all you gonna have to do, because you ain't connected to the outside world, so you at least want to get a little feel, let it put it in your head. So I respect
You
that
got an
opinion
opinion
you brought.
on everybody's business. Them just
Yeah.
opinions. Man, he had an opinion on everybody's business like anybody sitting in jail would. Your
Yeah.
phone calls just not recorded. Your letters just not being posted and monitored. But man, we
Facts.
all got an opinion
Facts.
about what's
Facts.
going on in the world.
Hey, I like that. Man, you making some easy transitions for us today, man. Since you say opinion, I've been seeing some circle out. I really got a lot of the traffic from you, and I kind of followed up on it. Man, this YB Pop. How this all even started? Like, what room you was in, or what platform you was in when this popped out? Because once I seen you, I started going back and I went through a little rabbit hole and I started seeing traffic on it. What popped this off?
Just the tour. People
Okay.
seeing the reaction the fans was giving him in Dallas. Actually, with your current area started this conversation. They seen the reception he got from the fans, and they started comparing him to Michael Jackson and Tupac Shakur. And I told him, like, he is the closest thing we've seen to Tupac on the rap level. Like I said, Tupac never got to. He never lived to tour those buildings. He didn't get to tour arenas. Tupac never went on his own headliner tour because he died too prematurely. But and I was telling them, like, that's how Pac fans love him.
So let me ask you this right quick before you get too deep into what you saying. Impact wise, he got what Pac had, or what you just saying like fan base wise? Like, how you breaking it down?
Fan base, about how his fans feel about him.
Okay.
The way young boy fans feel about him is how we felt about Tupac. Tupac turned me against all New York music. For 5 years I didn't listen to nothing New York, and I mean after his death.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? From the time from the time he got shot to the time he died, I didn't listen to nothing New York because of Tupac. And that's the kind of effect young boy fans have on him. Young boy never be Tupac in terms of impact, because you can't say Tupac name nowhere on the globe and they not know who it is.
Okay.
But it's a lot of rooms that you can go in and say NBA young boy, and they're gonna be like, who?
Yeah.
But if you go in the room and say Tupac Shakur, they'll never say who.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And,
so I'm not
and that's why I was kind of asking, like, because I didn't know like where the conversation was like. Is they trying to say like impact? Why? Because man, Tupac covered from coast to coast. Even though he was born in New York, he claimed the West Coast. Like you say, when that shit happened, he turned everybody pretty much. If you was from down south to the West Coast, you was pretty much riding with Pac. East Coast was riding with Biggie. So that out the way. Outside of that, then the boy was a thespian. Then he was, he's starting a lot of roles. So I'm like, impact wise, like where they going with this? I was just trying to see like if they trying to say NBA, because I don't want to be blind to the fact that I don't know a lot of NBA young boy music like that, not in depth. I know the mainstream shit, but I know I see these youngsters talk about them, and a bunch of them look like him. So I'm thinking like, hey, I didn't know the total impact he had. So I'm like, damn, when he got to the jump everybody in his era and get compared to Pac shit, that's what tripped me out.
Because what he's doing, we just haven't seen. Nobody doing that. He sold 3 million tickets in a matter of hours. It's just things he's doing that hadn't been, nobody done it. Not your Drakes, not nobody.
So Drake, Wayne, Ye, Jay, I'm just naming all some of the hottest ones in my head, because what you saying, like, I didn't know his impact and what he was drawing in from a performance perspective.
I've never seen a Jay-Z, Drake, Lil Wayne fan drop down on their knees and pray to him and crying real tears. I haven't seen it, and I don't think I will see it. I got a video on my page where a youngster on his knees praying, crying real tears to NBA
That's
young.
Crazy. Man, I ain't know
50 songs, and they say about 25, 30 of them, he didn't even have to play music. All he had to do was intro the song, and the ringer said the rest.
And shout out young boy, man. I ain't know you was out there moving the needle like that, man. So shout out. Shout out
And he
Young
from
Boy.
Big Louisiana.
Big Louisiana. I knew that boy. So shout out Young Boy, man.
Well, we can definitely say Louisiana is responsible for producing two of the world's biggest hip hop acts in the last 20, 25 years.
Facts.
Yeah.
That's
It was a time when Wayne was selling $1 million a week when nobody was. Yeah. NBA Youngboy doing things right now today that ain't none of you rappers can do, that ain't been around 100 years and ain't sold a gazillion records. You know what I'm saying? Been in prison majority of his career. The people don't even understand that about Youngboy. Youngboy ain't even been free for a 3-year pain period, back to back to back, 3 straight years since he started rapping.
Crazy. And to keep that momentum even when you gone, that's major, cuz. That's man, shout out Young Boy, man. Louisiana stand up.
This man went on an I'm not touring boycott about 4 years ago. I'm not touring. I make enough money on YouTube, I ain't got a tour.
Yeah.
Rappers can't do that. Them boys be
crazy.
begging for them shows. We see it all the time. I'm in your city. They crying about back ends. Man, young boy say, I ain't going on. And this is before house arrest. This is before all that.
Yeah.
This was before the Utah situation, actually. It was about 2 years before that. He went on I'm not touring, man. I'm not touring. I'm making so much off YouTube, I ain't got a tour. And at the time, every video was 100 million, 200 million views. It was just ridiculous.
Man, what's one of your favorite Young Boy songs, man?
I Hate Young Boy.
I Hate Young Boy.
That's one of my favorite Young Boy songs. And he got other ones that's deeper than that. But that's one of my favorites. Like, I ain't gonna front.
Yeah. I'm just trying to see, because like I say, I hear the mainstream shit. I'm just, because not seeing his impact, I'm going to be just honest. I'm kind of late on some of this shit. I didn't jam because I hear my nephew and all them jamming, but I ain't just never took the time to just jam him. So I'm just trying to see what I need to go to first. Jump me on the train.
You'll like him. I Hate Young Boy.
Yeah, okay.
I like it for the fact that Young Boy is not a yes man, but by no means.
Yeah,
you know, he gonna speak what's on his mind, and I can appreciate that, bro. Because a lot of people, and I don't know if it's the best for business, but I know a lot of people get along to go along. And Young Boy just not one of them dudes. You know, he just buried, man. Like at the time when, man, the minute you mess up, you do some funny style with him, he addressed it off the rip.
Yeah,
he ain't dudes to ignore it. I love that because there's a lot of people, you know, be around somebody as soon as they walk off, they're talking about them to the crew, and I think that's fraud. I'd rather fraud. Young Boy and put it on the front street. I should have listened to Carter. He say you ain't love me. You know what I'm saying? Even though they rectified and got it right, I respect that about him.
I was just gonna ask you that. Now look, just one of the things like you said earlier, man. Shout out Louisiana for having the 2 biggest artists in the last 20 years. But this one of the things I always, for people that don't know, we from Alexandria. I always looked at Atlanta and the way they artists work, looked at some New York, the way they artists work, and I was always kind of envious of that. I was like, damn, why my city or why the state can't come together? It seemed like we had pockets. You know what I'm saying? We had small fires, but I feel like it could have been a bigger impact if those small pockets would have been able. And I know we had like the time it was, you got big shit going on over there, Cash Money, No Limit at its peak. So you got egos and all that type of shit involved. But how do you feel now with the compilation of a lot of these youngsters? Look like they finna change the energy around for the state? I saw that Boosie got him on a call or whatever. I don't know if Boosie initiated the call. Maybe you know. Or was he just a part of the call? But it just jump started.
We're gonna call Young Boy the big dog in that. He got Gates
okay.
and Boosie. He called.
That's what's up. And the Gates was involved in that too, right?
Yeah, it was Gates, Boosie, and YB. All 3 of us on FaceTime.
Salute them, boy, because that ain't never really happened too much for our state. Because our artists, like I say, for some reason, we just don't work together. And it might not even be no plex, it might not be no animosity. They just don't work together.
It does be that be intentional because unfortunately in Louisiana there's always only been one, and so everybody gotta want to be that one to say I'm the one.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's an ego thing. It's a pride and greed thing. Like everybody got to be the only one. Like why man, when my last run, I wanted to be on that DJ Khaled, Rick Ross, French Montana, Meek Mill, Fat Joe. I wanted to be on that conglomerate. Man, you just don't know how much impact you can make when we all come together. We all each other videos. Man, it intensifies your brain.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You bringing all fan bases together.
It's like every time they go on World Star, they got to see one of us because we all in each other videos. We all supporting each other. We shooting vlogs together. That was my whole campaign, man. When my last run, bro, for real, and it broke my heart when you see a lot of people just ain't on that. You know what I'm saying? Like, for whatever reason, they don't be receptive to it. Like, man, what this nigga trying to let homie else? Like, no, I'm trying to bring us together. Like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
But that's just something that.
But that's not to get too deep into it. But that's a mentality in our community as a whole. That crab in the bucket. If you ain't the one, it ain't enough for you to be the one. You want to be the only one. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes we have some of that type shit going on. So, but it got people that like-minded right now that's trying to turn this shit around, bro. Hopefully our culture as a whole can turn it around. But yeah, it'd be bad, man, when you're trying to do something like that and you get resistance.
Louisiana was so crab in a bucket-ish when it came to the music business thing and shit that I had to bring my show on the road. Just keeping it real.
I feel you.
Yeah.
I respect that.
I think it was Hurricane Chris had his moment. Boosie had his moment. Just like it never was everybody taking pop shots at each other. Like, we ain't got to do that, bro. Two things
can be true, dog. I can support you without I can jam my shit or promote my shit without knocking your shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I can like your music without trying to pick it apart and trying to make, even if you do, because man, I done seen it as far as like with the entrepreneur shit, but nigga might be making shirts. Somebody might be doing hair. I done seen the crab and bucket ball. Like, don't mess with her. Don't go to him. Like, I done seen it in all platforms. So it's just a mentality shift we gotta just do as a whole.
Bro, yeah. I've seen it too, man. I had to, do a couple DMs and hey, man, I support you, brother. When you see the comments, it ain't got to be one. It could be many of us. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
It ain't just one electric car that's on the road. It's Tesla and then there's every other company.
And see, that's why I always had a mindset, bro. Anybody from the city, as long as you ain't on no dumb shit, man, my page, I don't try to gatekeep shit, man. I promote your shit. I repost it. Because it ain't knocking away from nothing I'm doing. If anything, it's going to just amp it up. Like, I don't be seeing where people get there from. Like, if I highlight his shit, man, that's going to dim. Like, nah, dog, we all can eat. I promise you, it's a buffet of bread out there, food, money. It's a buffet. All we got to do is pull up and eat. But I don't know. It's a mindset thing.
It's a mindset thing, man. One day they get it right, bro. And don't realize that there can be a Walmart, there can be a Target, and there can be a Kmart all at the same time. There can be a Walmart, Kroger, or HEB all at the same time. It ain't got to be one.
Now, what it can't be, as we transition, can't be no forms of disrespect. I want to talk to you about this because I'm looking right now. I got football coming up, football bet. First week of the season, what you thought about just overall, or like some of the teams that kind of popped off the screen. But before we get into that, I want to ask you, because everybody, when I made a post, people was actually trying to defend the shit and say, Dak spit first, Dak, the spitting incident with Dak. Your perspective, you ain't a fan of the Cowboys, but I want to hear somebody that ain't a fan, what you saw, what you think of the whole thing, and how was it handled, and how it got handled. And I'll go after that.
I hope Dak didn't look like he was spitting at home. I think he was spitting at the ground. Maybe call me naive.
Okay. No, go ahead.
I mean, that just was a regular spit, and just, they slow the video down. You know what I'm saying? But I hope Dak didn't spit at him. Yeah. Homie come and spit at Dak, that was totally disrespectful. That's fake, bro.
Yeah.
That's fake.
Now, let me get my take, because I just want to respond to everybody that may say, oh, Dak spit first. Oh, Dak. I'm a youngster that grew up watching a lot of Westerns and shit with my grandmother and them up in the country. I grew up watching Westerns. So I'm going to go all the way back to that. But what Dak did when he was coming up to the hook, and if you don't watch the Cowboys, you might not know this. Dak spit 1,000 times a game. He always doing this shit. But as old boy was talking shit to his rookie lineman, Dak kind of just spit on the ground, kind of in a way like, I ain't fuck what he talking about. And was about to walk up when they kind of engaged each other. But then, oh boy, I don't know how he took it, because like I tell somebody, you can't even justify if Dak spit on the ground and that was his rebuttal. That's two totally different stratospheres. And the last thing is, Dak was a walk-up Peyton, man.
If Dak spit it anywhere during their engagement, that's disrespectful, and you know that.
No, but look, this is what I'm saying. That's why I wanted to bring it back to the Cowboy movies, shows, because when Cowboys got into it, this is what I wanted to tell you, Jug. They might walk up to each other. You might, hey, get off that horse. And he might spit at the ground like, man, fuck what you talking about. Do something. That ain't spitting on him, even if it was. So even if he did that, and then the other Cowboy had tobacco and shit, and this motherfucker came back spit, you'd have still went over the realm of disrespect of what that meant. So I wanted to say that. I'm glad you pointed that out and stopped me. But we always want to judge people off what they've done in the past and what they track record for. Dak was voted Walter Payton Man of the Year by his peers. I'm saying that to say Dak got a track record of his character that I can't believe people would even insinuate that Dak was spit on. Because one thing I can talk about Dak's stats, his empty stats, his throw, but I'm not gonna let nobody assassinate that man character. He's never done nothing to make you warrant to say, yeah, man, Dak's spit on him.
Bro.
He's not classless,
He is a classless individual at all.
At all. So I want to bring that up.
Come on this broadcast right now and say Dak is a disrespectful, aggressive person behind closed doors, and it'd be hard to believe.
It'll be hard to believe. I'm gonna give you one more instance on Dak. Then we're gonna move away from the Cowboys. That time, I don't know if you remember, it kind of got highlighted on SportsCenter. Boy was sitting at the end of the bench, drunk as water, was finna throw it. He was trying to shoot a little shot in the trash can. Nigga, you the starting quarterback for the Cowboys. I promise you the training staff gonna make sure clean up. He looked. He didn't even know the cameras on. Went over there and picked this shit up. Like, that let me know what kind of character he just had behind closed doors. You know what I'm saying? Even when he don't even know nobody watching. So I just want to say, for the people that try to justify somebody, I'm talking about this dude honked and spitting Dak chest. Dak spitting on the ground does not go from that to a nigga spitting right in your chest, bro. I ain't like that shit, and I ain't like the way people was trying to defend it.
I mean, that's childish, bro. If you feel like you spit on your foot, punch him. But what you gonna spit back
that
on?
wasn't even the case.
That's what kids and women do. Like, we're gonna go tit for tat.
Like I just wanted to shout out Dak for that. And then the way he handled it, just let him get kicked out. I applaud him for that because I'd have tried to take his head off. Because to me, that's the two disrespectful things you can do to a man. Spit on him and slap him. I don't care if you Shaq. I'm finna see whatever my hands can do because them right there, you just can't let ride. So again, I applaud Dak for letting that man spit in his chest and just saying, he pointed at the ref like, hey, you need to handle this. Yeah. But that's it with the Cowboys. We lost that game, so that was the end of that. I was surprised that how Dak and them play. He was actually throwing darts and CD, like I said on the post 2. You owe us one. That was some big drops. But what else you seen kind of jump off the screen around the NFL?
Oh man, that meltdown that the Ravens had.
Is Lamar on the clock for winning one? Because he done everything you can do. MVP, ran through the season.
Clock, he's gonna be like everybody else. Randall Cunningham, Warren Moon. Yeah, he on the clock.
He on the clock, man. And it ain't like he ain't had the squad.
He on the clock, bro.
Man, what about
it's the same old thing we see with this dude. And by no means am I riding on the young fella. We are talking about sports and just about on the football field.
That's it. Because I love
a great
Lamar.
young man. He don't be in no foolishness.
I love Lamar.
He ain't got no scandal. I am not talking about Lamar Jackson. We just talking about football.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, but it's definitely.
And we saying in terms of him being one of the great greats. Like he on the clock, he got to get some jury. Or he just gonna be another regular season hero. I'm
glad you cleared that up because I know people get sensitive. And Lamar, one of them kind of cats. Like I'm like, who is that? Like in the NBA, like Kevin Durant. You can't really say nothing bad about, but even though we wouldn't, but we just saying like for your talent. For you to get mentioned in that next tier, you gotta go ahead and slide a ring on, man. Cause you too good and you too explosive. Then you got Derrick Henry. You always got to stout defense.
Your team is making moves to get you pieces. So it ain't one of those instances where they just making you go out there. It ain't a Jacksonville situation. It ain't a Indiana situation. Teams that's just cool with being okay. Or they trying to actually get pieces around you. They went got OBJ one year. They went got this one. We got that one.
Deshaun Flowers.
Bro.
And look, just to piggyback off that what you said, because like you said, well, this year here it was 16 black starting quarterbacks, probably the most to ever take the field in week 1.
Ever.
But I'm saying this to say a lot of quarterbacks prior, even if you go Vic, Cunningham, kind of McNabb, because McNabb was with Andy Reid, so Andy Reid knew how to manipulate his talent.
Lamar Jackson gonna be in that Michael Vick Cunningham situation.
This is what I was going to say though. This is why it's so important. I think out of all the quarterbacks I just named and you just named, nobody was building around a running quarterback like they done build around Lamar. They done kind of made that offense. Like if he go down, there's nobody that can run that Baltimore offense like him. No other quarterback besides, I say, Donovan McNabb as a running quarterback kind of had an offense. And he wasn't just Donovan McNabb a run if you dad. He was athletic. But as a running quarterback, Lamar has got a true offense in the NFL built around him. So that's another reason why you got to go ahead and get over that hump. Because no other running quarterback has been handed the keys and say, man, we're going to build this whole car around you. So that's another thing.
And no other running back quarterback got paid that much money neither.
Boy.
So
thanks. Yeah.
It's time to they want to see some hardware, man. They want to see something.
Gotta see some ring. But shout out Lamar, man. Keep doing what you're doing because you are one of the most exciting players to watch in the NFL. Speaking of that, though, you got Aaron Rodgers out there in Pittsburgh. Now, them boys showed him. Now, I don't know if it was just, hey, I got it on my mind. It's the Jets. They told me I wasn't good enough last year. I was still rehabbing. You know, it was that first year off that Achilles or whatever he had going on. So I don't know if year 2 he just looked better, but can Pittsburgh make some noise? What you think about Pittsburgh now?
Pittsburgh definitely can make some noise. When you got Aaron Rodgers at the helm in real life, you can make some noise.
Yeah. So you feel like he closer back now to really being A-Rod?
See, because they always going to have a lot of really good teams. So when you got a team that can get you in close games, that's when that QB IQ come in. So definitely, Pittsburgh can mess around and sneak in there, man. Like, you know, it always be like that, bro. Like, it's going to be the one you think going to win it ain't going to win it. Like, everybody think it's about 4 QBs who guaranteed the Jalen Hurts, Pat Mahomes, Jalen Hurts, Josh Allen, and my boy in the Bengals. Somewhere, one of them.
Joe Burrow.
You know, Joe Burrow.
Look, since you said Pat Mahomes, now look, they got hit in the mouth week 1. They facing the Eagles week 2. They still the big dogs. Niggas still scared of them, or it's like, hey, this the Chiefs. Let's just go in there and strap up now.
Nah, they ain't scared of them no more, man. They don't. Nah, but they respect them. Don't mistake the lack of fear for lack of respect. It's like saying I ain't scared of snakes, but I respect it. I ain't scared of dogs, but I respect one. You know what I'm saying? So you know, so they're not gonna go. You ain't gonna disrespect Pat Mahomes and give him a reason to have. You know, he got. Look,
they still down by 3, and he get the ball back with under a minute or so. You still nervous as hell that Pat Mahomes on the other side of that.
Because he can get it done with his legs on his own. So
all his own.
And the man, what he got? 3 rings or 2?
I think he got 2 already. 2.
Man, that's not easy to do, bro.
Hell, because he ain't been in that long.
He was blessed to go to the big game as many times as he did, bro. Like, it wouldn't surprise me if he never go back. Because other players get better, teams get better.
He got 3. He got 3
rings.
3 already.
Oh, that boy, he got 3.
3 already. That's crazy.
Oh, that's even harder.
No, you know what? You sure right.
Super Bowl.
And then in the era where like free agency and people get moved around, and then like he's done it with different teams. With Tyreek Hill, he got shipped out. Now you did it with, you know, another set of people. The only thing that been consistent with him is Travis. Shout out Travis Kelce too with the Swifties, man. I forgot that boy there. He done got engaged. Travis Kelce, might be my feature for Black History Month. You the only person that I know went black and came back. That boy grew his hair like like the little. He put the little cut. He grew a little shag. He stopped getting a little taper transition. I said, boy, that boy cleansing himself all that season when he first jumped the tape.
For real. I'm talking
about went to a little Jim Carrey haircut.
Yeah. He back, you know, hey.
But salute that boy, man. I'm glad they made that union happen, man. He done walk into that's a real money situation on both ends. You know, you talk about a lot of these football players, or, you know, they give it somebody, they get the bad from, well, you know, they get the bad from the football player. You be like, you hear these stories like, you can't hear no bad news with this. You talking about billionaire and one of the highest played. And then his stock only finna go up being attached to her. So anything he do now, man, you got the whole Swifties riding with you. You set.
Jersey
podcast gonna be booming.
Like any year, as long as they together and they make the playoffs, Jersey sales going. Because them young girls gonna want to. I want to wear this Sunday with Taylor gonna be wearing. Rather they
anything
home
if you attached to Swill.
Them jerseys gonna sell.
Man, shout out him and his brother Jason too. They got a live podcast, man. I be seeing a lot of traffic on too.
Before we get off of football, talk to me about Shador. Just tell me what you see in the near future. Your assessment of how he's being treated.
I'm gonna tell you right now, it's Shador in football purgatory, man. He's somewhere because he had to go from the perception of being a top 10 quarterback. He had that going on at first. All you hear is Mel Kiper, how high he gonna get drafted, how high he gonna get drafted. So everybody, you know, our community especially, we sitting around draft night, we waiting for that. We start hearing the mumbles kind of leading up into draft night. Hey, his attitude, taking little shots at him, but you had that going on. So after the draft, once we seen where he went, 5th round, now you got that going on. So now you no longer, you go from being a top 10 to 5th round. Then they start talking about your pop's attitude and would he be in part of the would he be too big of a distraction to a team, whatever he go to? Because I'm seeing a lot of quarterbacks struggling too around the league. They could have used Shador, they had picks. So you had that going on. Then when you get to Cleveland, now you get put in a crowded quarterback room. It's about 5 of y'all. Then you got Joe Flacco there as one of the, I guess, the starter, QB1. He damn near 40. You got this other youngster they bring in with you, they draft ahead. Then they sabotage you. To me, they said that NFL wouldn't do that, but ain't no way. He don't get no reps. Go out there and play with the backups 1 week after he shined from not getting the reps the previous week and put out there with people that just had talent. So right now they got him in a football purgatory because they knew once they unleashed him and let him play with people out there that could ball and block for him and he did what he did, we can't have another performance like that because that'll blow up in our face. So to me, I feel like the way he been handled, he been railroaded, and he kind of like in a space now the way he number 3 or 4 on the depth chart to where it's like he might have to ride this whole season out. I don't know if he's going to see the field like how they call him for Dort in New York. They want him to play. They ready to get Russ out of there. Got a quarterback and another one of them youngsters. They ready to get him out there. You're not going to hear them call some Shador no more because for one, they ain't invest no bread in it. You a 5th round pick. And then for 2, it seemed like it been this concerted effort to make sure we keep you in this bubble. We only want to let you shine too much, even though your jersey sales has surpassed niggas that's starting across the league. And you done made buku bread off that. Just out your jersey sales.
Money, he good. Like
he good.
He's straight.
And that's another thing I like about it. The one thing them boys ain't got to do is being and call him or his brother to nobody. Because they dad already said, we know this. Yeah, they good with or without the league. They ain't one of these cats coming from the hood that's looking for the league to save them and their family and start some generation. Now we good.
We really
so
love
that's what I like.
Sports, man. Like
we really love it.
We can go out there and coaching staff right now, just make $250,000 a year on top of our trust funds if we just wanted to. So
if we just wanted to.
I'm just keeping it real.
So, yeah, and a lot of people need to hear that because the amount of work it takes to get to the NFL, I want people to know whether your bloodline's strong or not. There's a lot of niggas got kids that didn't go to the league, that played college ball. So the work that you put to get into the league, like you just said,
that son ain't doing nothing football.
So your name might get you some of the attention, but you got to capitalize on it. So you hit it on the head. The work that they had to put in to get to the league, that show you these boys really love what they doing. They ain't taking no shortcuts because the NFL is on the 53-man roster. Is on it. And that's if you don't play football, this is 11 on both sides of the ball, and you got special teams. It ain't a lot of spots to go around. They ain't gonna waste a spot on you just because of your name. So for them boys to get to the league, and then I like how I think it was Pittsburgh picked up Shiloh soon as because I ain't like how he got done in Tampa Bay. Soon as they got him out of there in Tampa Bay, shit, I think Tomlin them had him coming to Pittsburgh. So salute Pittsburgh too for picking that boy up. But that's why I'm at with Shador, man. Right now he in football purgatory, and until he go to an organization that want him, because when the owner came out, I ain't like that. And say if that would have been my call or whatever, I wouldn't have done it. Yeah. So when the whole organization is against you, man, that's not professional, bro. I had never heard that before.
Well, why you ain't trade him off? Why you ain't send him somewhere?
That's what I'm saying. So he in football purgatory until he get to a space where a team want him and gonna actually do something to help him succeed. I don't really like him with Cleveland, so I hope he get the hell up out of there.
Yeah, facts. So that was
who else we got in the NFL, man? Who else we got in the NFL? You got any other
talk to me about
Charlie KIRK. So my whole thing with that is I'm trying to see where did the HBCU situation come from, because when all that popped off and then the HBCU threats, like, did they feel like some our community had something to do with that? You remember when it first popped off and they had to shut down HBCUs? And I'm like, man, I said this on a post too. If you look at in America, all the political leaders that's been killed, all the civilian leaders that's been killed, that ain't our watch, bro. We don't do shit like that. Whether you go from a president assassination to Martin Luther King, that ain't our shit. Black people, we just don't do that. That ain't us. We don't feel like we gonna get enough impact if we did do something that it'll swing the ball in our favor. So that ain't our lick. So why they thought it was us? And then in Utah too, like I said, there ain't been a black person there since Karl Malone. So my whole thing is
young boy.
Yeah. Young boy. So How we get
No
dragged
black
into
people
this,
over there
man?
but Young Boy and his crew, and they on tour.
And they on tour. Like, how we get dragged into this? So my whole thing with that, and I don't condone violence on no behalf. I don't care whether you're racist. I don't care what you, because I'm not gonna push that because I don't want that energy on me. But at the same time, you can't tell a community how they should feel, how they should mourn. When we watch people in our community, whether it be Eric Garner, whether it be George Floyd, whether we watch deaths get mocked across the internet every time one happening, why don't they comply? You come with all these passive aggressive questions and trying to push our concerns and how we feel like, oh, y'all feel like it's always that victim mentality. Because it's happening and we see it real time. So you can't get mad when a community don't drop to their knees in prayer, is what I'm saying. When something happens in your community and we don't receive it like you feel like we should. So no, I'm not gonna shed a tear, but I'm not gonna celebrate that man's death. But what you seen with it? How you feel about it?
Man, I agree with you, man. I ain't shed no tear, and I don't wish death on nobody. You know what I'm saying? But the energy you put out in the world sometimes come back. Everybody say what you reap what you sow, bro. I know a lot of dirtiest people ain't been struck by lightning. You know what I'm saying?
Prospering.
So sometimes when you put hate into the world, it'll come back. It'll come to your doorstep. And I want to know where was this energy when the Democratic people was assassinated in their sleep. It just he spew hate. Like I don't understand the celebration of this situation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Keeping
I'm
it
with
real.
you with
All
that.
he did was spew hate, man. And
Yeah.
Candace Owens, I want to give you a big fuck you too. You know, that's what happened when you put bad energy into the world. Sometimes people come, you got to answer for it.
Yeah.
You know, I hate it for his kids. In real life, I hate it for his kids. You know what I'm saying? They lost their pops to ignorance. You know, to him being ignorant though.
Yeah.
They lost their kid. Your father was ignorant, and he was killed by ignorance. You know what I'm saying? It's ironic. That's ironic. Well, nah, it's on point. You know, that's like us being surprised that a dope dealer got robbed and killed. He spewed hate into the world, and it came to a doorstep.
Hey, we can sum it up. That man, you got anything else you want to hit before we get up out of here? You know my boss, man. I'm about to tap it on my shoulder like I used to do my dad when he'll be preaching. Like, hey man, you know the Cowboys at noon.
Yeah. Nah. I want to ask you about the selective politicking. Like, where is the outrage that we've seen entertainers have for Tekashi 6ix9ine? Anybody else cooperated? Like, where's the outrage? We want to.
As far as
we need
with
y'all.
who?
You know what I'm saying?
With who that it broke up a little bit.
I said we need them. We need y'all to keep the same energy, bro. See, that's what people. I keep saying it. You got to be real 365 days, 7 days a week in all 50 states. You can't pick and choose when y'all want to accept that somebody is a rat. You know, y'all. When QCP rat is cool, he a tax-paying person. He was selling dope when he told. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just asking you how you feel about that. How you feel about so-called street individuals?
Let me tell you this, man. I think a lot of the lines that got blurred because when you look on the internet and you see all the traffic behind it, I think you got a lot of real life civilians speaking on the shit that's saying how they think shit should go that ain't never really played in the streets like that. They hear music and how they think they should go and how they think niggas should stand on business. But and you can talk to this from a better perspective than me when somebody's sitting across from you and you see that time flash in front of your face, if you ain't really cut from that, you gonna fold. And a lot of these people hear this music and they think these boys really cut from that. And some of them ain't really the people they project in this music and these songs. So you ain't really dealing with no real gangsters like you say you is. Because you got, like you say, like you ain't even mentioned if you get pulled over. I ain't even telling the lawman who in the car, man, go ask him his name. That's how the game should be playing when you live in a certain lifestyle and you got that, you know what you working with, you know the type of chances you taking when you leave that door. It should work like that, but it got some niggas listen to music and put that battery in their back and think hey, I'm living young boy life and I'm living this, but you ain't cut like them niggas. Or you ain't cut like a real street. The one thing, the difference between like mafia and organized criminals back in the day, they had structure. They had foot soldiers, they had this, and you knew one thing. You watch any mob movie, it came with structure. It came with people you had to report to. It ran like a real organization. So they had a tight grip, and snitching and all that shit was frowned upon because they'll take out families. Now they come back to a barbecue. No matter what you did when you was behind that wall, what kind of phone calls was me. So my whole thing is, if you gonna take the oath, like when Kiki, just for niggas in the South, I'm gonna bring it to our screw level. When Kiki said I jumped off the porch, I took a pledge to the game. When you jump off that porch and take a pledge to the game, I feel like it's certain rules you should abide by. If you're going to be a civilian, stay on the sidewalk. But once you get in the streets, when you play in traffic, bro, it's a chance you're going to get killed. It's a chance you're going to get jammed up. It's a chance both of them things can happen. But once you behind that wall, or once you in that interrogation room, stand on whatever you did. That's my opinion on it.
Fact. And I'm more so speaking on just the people.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I just want to say, like, you know, people show you who they are, man. Like, if they can benefit off you, they excuse a little ratting. And if they can't, they're going to hold you to the fire. And I'm talking about the kids, vocal. I'm talking about all the people that's vocal. Like, it's some people that don't shut the fuck up no matter who it's about. And they're going to talk amongst their friends on their phone. You know what I'm saying? But I'm talking about the ones that jump out there, your boosters, your Gilly the kids, all of your people who condemn one person, and then when the next one do it, it's like, well, you know what I'm saying?
And I think that shit like that, it all come with personal relationships, like you say, whether it's something that's beneficial, because I ain't going to be hypocritical and say, I might, like you bring up my cousins earlier, I run with them most of the time. So I ain't never got to worry about no fraud shit, but if they did something, I'm going to be a little more because I know them. So I'm going to be a little bit more like, okay, let me see what's going on with this, or what can I accept from them versus a nigga that was already waiting to tear them down. Because some of the people are already waiting to take you down. So they just looking for that one extra thing, and you get something like that. Don't nobody want no snitching jacket on. Don't nobody want that type shit. Or don't rape jacket on. That's two jackets a nigga don't want on. So once you get that type of jacket, it's free will for anybody to come at you like they want. But it's selective memory, man. You know how that shit be. It's certain niggas you rock with. You just said it. If it's beneficial, I can get a bag with you. I can overlook a little snitching depending on how it is. And then some people got sheep mentality. If it's cool. If you ain't a part of the cool club, you know what I'm saying? Okay, let's dump on this nigga. So it got that type of shit going on. We know how that shit work.
But hey, but let me tell you something. Somebody I love, Brad.
Yeah.
Somebody I love.
Like in a situation with you, or you just knew?
No, they didn't tell on me, but it came out that they was a rat. And I loved them. I ain't saying I ain't talk to them people for the rest of their life. I just can't do business with you, and I acknowledge who you are. You know what I'm saying? But it got some people won't even. I'm not gonna condemn one out loud and not even throw my people out there. You get what I'm saying? Homie dead now, so I wouldn't even say his name. But if he was alive, I say it. Because that's what you got to be willing to do is what I'm saying. Like, I can't call one person out there and not call the next. That's what I'm saying. Like, they're excused and accepted. And I'm sitting here telling you I excused it and accepted it for somebody I love. Did I do business with them? No. Did I kill them? No. But did I cut them off? For 5 years, I did. But eventually, the love overweighed that bullshit.
Yeah. And I think that's where a lot of people are.
I'm just saying, most niggas, you know, just in terms of their entertainment shit, they'll be jumping to say something there, and now they quiet because of stuff.
I'm telling you, man, that's how that shit works, bro. Niggas jump on waves, bro, and algorithms just like anybody else, man. They see everybody dumping on somebody. If you ain't one of them, one of they rock with, they gonna pile on you, man, and shit. They gonna try to snowball you up out of there. But if they got love for you, you can come back in the circle. They gonna make sure you. I done seen it too many times now. And some of them gets real life celebrated. Like shit, like it never happened. Man, it's pick and choose, bro. It's pick and choose.
Yeah.
What you want to wrap up with, though, cousin?
Say, man, they don't give us the content. We ain't got nothing to talk about.
Man, facts.
WDH Apparel, WDH TV, ABG Podcast. Yes, indeed. 9/11. Block is hot, man. Fuck with us, bro. We're trying to give y'all quality content. We're trying to talk about we're talking about current events. Yeah, man, that's what it is, bro. And we look.
Man, stay tuned.
We got a restaurant in the Alexander, Houston area, Dallas area. You want some sponsorship? Get at us.
Holler at us, man. We'll plug you in.
We're
gonna give you honest reviews too, man. We in the community, man. He out there deep in Houston. I got a lot of plugs out here in Dallas, so man, it's a lot of eyes too, man. We be getting a lot of traffic. So hometown, you already know what it is. Yeah. Y'all shoot us anything and you want to sponsor something, hey, we got you. Dallas, third coast, all
you want to put your product right there. You want to put your product right there.
Yeah.
Get at us, man. We'll help you.
Get at us.
Run them numbers up.
Yeah, man, we'll fuck around, have the screen looking like NASCAR. We have logos all over this bitch, you dig?
Man,
but look, check this out, man.
My partner had a back to school situation. I put that.
Yeah. That's what's up. And that's the type of stuff we looking for.
In real life, if I ain't get 100 DMs, because the address was small. What's the address? I ain't getting there. Turned him off.
That's what's up.
So I'm saying, fuck with me. And this was
that's what's up.
Tap
Yeah.
in with us, man.
That's what's up.
We ain't gonna break the
Fucking
bank.
right.
It might even be
Yeah.
on the arm. We just saying we taking sponsorship.
That's what it is. So
Yeah.
look, like you said, man, watch this here. WDH, AVG, man. Like cooler than a polar bear toenail. Stay tuned. We got some more stuff coming in. We're gonna be right back. Content coming now, man. We out. Block is hot. Talk media. One.